Hello everyone, I'm Nidhi Roy. Welcome in the channel of Physics by Nidhi Roy. So today's our topic is partial wave analysis. Partial meaning is if we have a total system, it is our total system, and the smallest part of the total system considered as a partial. So in this we will analyze a partial wave. Now I'm going to explain it. In scattering, the method of partial wave is applicable. If there is scattering is happening, there is a partial wave is applicable to the case in which the potential is having potential which is in a form spherically symmetric or centrally symmetric. We have a condition Vr is equal to Vr. There is only one difference, this R which is in a vector form and R having only magnitude. In other words, the potential is such that it depends only on the magnitude. If we have a potential which only depend upon the magnitude of the distance which is R. Also the potential should be limited, having potential which is limited to a smaller range, that is Vr is equal to 0 for R which is greater than R naught. This method utilizes the fact that the angular momentum of a particle remains conserved in a centrally symmetric potential field. We have a centrally symmetric potential field having particle and it have angular momentum remain conserved. In fact, a plane wave may be considered to have infinite extension. If we considered plane wave, in this we considered infinite extension which involves impact parameter ranging from 0 to infinite. Therefore, the plane wave may be considered to made up of a large number of waves or particles having angular momentum ranging from 0 to infinite. Each of such wave having a definite angular momentum. Each wave having a definite angular momentum is called as component wave or a partial wave of the whole plane wave. Therefore, a plane wave may be broken up into a large number of or into a number of partial waves. If we consider a plane wave, it can be broken up into a number of partial waves. And the method of analyzing the plane wave and the method which is analyzing the plane wave in terms of the partial wave is known as partial wave analysis. So in a scattering problem, the total wave function psi is equal to psi in plus psi sc. In which is incident, sc is equal to scattering. So in this we have two form, e to the power I kr which is plane wave and plus f theta phi e to the power I kr upon r which is spherically symmetry. It is considered as equation number 1. Let us begin with the Schrodinger equation. From Schrodinger equation we know minus h cut square upon 2m del square psi plus v is equal to a psi. But there is a condition that it is in a free particle. It is a free particle that is having a potential v is equal to 0. So v which is considered as 0. So we have a equation minus h cut square upon 2m del square psi is equal to e psi. So we know E is equal to P square upon 2m. So at the place of E, we will put the value P square upon 2m and we will find del square psi is equal to minus 2m P square psi upon h cut square 2m, where P is equal to h cut k. So at the place of P, we will put the value h cut k. So del square psi is equal to, after cutting it, we have the value minus k square psi, which is considered as equation number 2. For the particle having incident along z-axis, if we have a particle which is moving along z-axis making angle theta and having a distance r, so we have the value z is equal to r cos theta. Psi is equal to e to the power I k z. At the place of z, we will put the value r cos theta. So e to the power I k r cos theta, and cos theta is equal to 1. So e to the power I k into r, which is considered as equation number 3. In spherical polar coordinates, equation number 2 can be expressed as 1 upon del square del upon del r del square del psi upon del r plus 1 upon r square sin theta del upon del theta sin theta del psi upon del theta is equal to minus k square psi, which is considered as equation number 4. So psi has azimuthal symmetry and psi is independent of phi. Using the method of separation of variables, let psi is equal to r gamma theta, which is considered as equation number 5. Putting the value of equation 5 in equation number 4 at the place of psi, that is we have a psi here and psi here. At the place of psi, we will put the value r gamma theta. We put it here. Multiplying the above equation by r square upon r gamma theta, we get, put the value here, multiply it, and after cutting it we have a value 1 upon r del upon del r square del r upon del r plus k square r square is equal to minus 1 upon gamma theta sin theta del upon del theta sin theta into del gamma theta upon del theta, which is considered as L plus 1. Equation number 6. But minus 1 which is equal to or smaller than cos theta and cos theta which is equal to or smaller than plus 1. So accordingly we have a value r is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the infinite. For the asymptotic solution r tends to infinite. E to the power we considered Bessel's function, that is r is equal to jlkr, and Legendre function gamma theta is equal to pl cos theta, and from equation number 3 we put the value e to the power I k into r. So we have a value summation of L is equal to 0 to infinite al jl k r pl cos theta. From equation number 5 it is our equation number 7. For r tends to infinite, from equation number 2 and 3 jl k r is equal to sin k r minus L pi by 2 upon k r, pi by 2 upon k r. And the orthogonality condition for PL cos theta is given by integration of 0 to pi PL cos theta PM cos theta sin theta d theta is equal to 2 upon 2L plus 1 del LM. This is our equation number 9. In this we multiplying equation number 7 by PL cos theta sin theta and integrating from theta is equal to 0 to pi. Using orthogonality condition of Legendre polynomial PL cos theta we got it. And then e to the power I k into r is equal to al sin k r minus L pi by 2 upon k r, integration from 0 to infinite 0 to pi pl cos theta into pl cos theta sin theta. From equation number 9 we have the solution al sin k r minus L pi by 2 upon k r is equal to, at the integration 0 to pi e to the power I k into r pl cos theta sin theta d theta, and then integration from pi to 2 pi minus e to the power I k r cos theta pl cos theta sin theta d theta, and then after integration from minus 1 to plus 1 e to the power I k r mu pl mu d mu. So in this let it is our equation number 10, and let cos theta is equal to mu minus sin theta d theta is equal to d mu. For theta is equal to pi and mu is equal to minus 1 and theta is equal to 2 pi and mu is equal to plus 1. Taking RHS of equation number 10 we get integration from minus 1 to plus 1 e to the power I k r mu pl mu d mu is equal to pl mu e to the power I k r mu upon I k r, integration from minus 1 to plus 1 having value minus 1 to plus 1. So in this minus from 1 upon I k r, integration from minus 1 to plus 1 del upon del mu pl mu e to the power I k r mu d mu, which is equation number 11. But in this the second term in equation number 11 contains 1 upon k square r square or 1 upon r square. Therefore for r tends to infinite, this term decreases more rapidly than the first term, so the second term can be neglected. In this integration from minus 1 to plus 1 e to the power I k r mu pl mu d mu is equal to pl mu e to the power I k r mu upon I k r, value from minus 1 to plus 1, and we have a solution minus 1 to plus 1 integration into the power I k r mu pl mu d mu is equal to 1 upon I k r e to the power I k r minus 1 to the power L e to the power minus I k r. We know pl plus 1 value 1 and pl minus 1 we have a value minus 1 to the power L. So putting it here, as we know minus 1 to the power L is equal to cos pi plus I sin pi to the power L. E to the power I pi to the power L is equal to e to the power I L pi. So we have a value is equal to 1 upon I k r e to the power I k r minus e to the power I L pi into e to the power minus I k r. So we have a final solution is equal to 2 I to the power L upon k r sin k r minus L pi by 2, which is considered as equation number 12. From equation number 10 and 12 we have al sin k r minus L pi by 2 upon k r, 2 upon 2L plus 1 is equal to 2 I to the power L k r sin k r minus L pi by 2. After cutting it we have a value al upon 2L plus 1 is equal to I to the power L, and the value of AL is equal to, multiply it here, AL is equal to 12 plus 1 I to the power L. So it is considered as equation number 13. Putting the value of 13 in equation number 7. So we have a value e to the power I kr into is equal to 1 upon kr, summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite I to the power L 2L plus 1 sin kr minus L pi by 2 PL cos theta. It is equal to equation number 14. So after solving it, we find the value sin kr minus L pi by 2 is equal to 1 upon 2i e to the power I kr into I to the power minus L minus e to the power I kr I to the power L. So putting the above value in equation number 14, we get e to the power I k into r is equal to 1 upon 2 I kr, summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite 2l plus 1 I to the power L e to the power I kr I to the power minus L plus I to the square I to the power L e to the power I kr PL cos theta. But after solving, we will find the value e to the power I kr cos theta, which is representing plane incident wave, is equal to 1 upon 2 I kr, summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite 2l plus 1 e to the power I kr plus minus 1 to the power L plus 1 e to the power minus I kr PL cos theta. It is our equation number 15. This is the equation of the incident plane wave is absence of the potential, that is Vr is equal to 0. But in the actual scattering process, the interaction takes place with the potential field of the target, that is Vr is not equal to 0. In this condition, a phase shift occurs in the phase term, that is for Vr which is not equal to 0, sin kr minus L pi by 2 sin kr plus del L minus L pi by 2. In this, we have a condition lambda is equal to h by p. But in this condition, when Vr is equal to 0, we have a figure like that. In this, p will be constant. And in this, when Vr is attractive, we have a expression L is equal to h by lambda is equal to h by p. And we have a figure like that. In this, p will increase. And in this condition, when Vr is repulsive, in this condition, lambda is equal to h by p, where p is decreasing. Psi is equal to 1 upon kr, summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite CL sin kr plus del L minus L pi by 2 PL cos theta, where CL is equal to I to the power L 2L plus 1, which is considered. From equation number 15, taking kr is equal to kr plus lambda L, we get lambda is equal to 1 upon 2 I kr, summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite CL e to the power I kr into e to the power I del L is plus minus 1 to the power L plus 1 e to the power minus I kr e to the power minus I del L PL cos theta, which is considered as equation number 16. Putting the value of 15 and 16 in equation number 1, we get 1 upon 2 I kr, summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite CL e to the power I kr into e to the power I del L plus minus 1 to the power L plus 1 e to the power minus I kr e to the power minus I del L into PL cos theta is equal to 1 upon 2 I kr, summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite 2L plus 1 e to the power I kr plus minus 1 to the power L plus 1 e to the power minus I kr PL cos theta plus F theta phi e to the power I kr upon r, which is considered as equation number 17. Equating the coefficient of e to the power I kr on both sides, we get, after getting and cutting the solution, we have CL is equal to 2L plus 1 e to the power I del L, which is considered as equation number 18. Equating the coefficient of e to the power I kr on both sides, we have a value 1 upon 2 I k, summation from CL e to the power I del L PL cos theta is equal to 1 upon 2 I k, summation from 12 plus 1 PL cos theta plus F theta phi. Putting the value of 18 in above equation. So F theta phi is equal to 1 upon 2 I k, summation 2L plus 1 e to the power I del L PL cos theta e to the power I del L minus 2L plus 1 PL cos theta. So we have a solution F theta phi is equal to 1 upon 2 I k, summation from 2L plus 1 e to the power I del L minus e to the power minus I del L e to the power I del L PL cos theta. So taking e to the power I del L minus e to the power I del L is equal to 2I sin del L. Putting it here, and we have a solution F theta phi is equal to 1 upon k 2L plus 1 e to the power I del L sin del L PL cos theta, which is considered as equation number 19. The differential scattering cross section is given by d mu is upon d ohm, that is which is showing solid angle is equal to some mod f theta phi mod square. In this we have a final value 1 upon k square summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite L dash is equal to 0 to infinite. So 2L plus 1 2L dash plus 1 e to the power I del L minus del L dash into sin theta del L into sin theta del L dash PL cos theta PL dash cos theta. Total scattering cross section del T is equal to total integration del nu upon del ohm del ohm. So we put the value here. So after solving it, we have a final solution of del T is equal to summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite 4 pi upon k square 2L plus 1 sin square del L, which is considered as equation number 20. So the value of del T is equal to summation from L is equal to 0 to infinite and del T L. Del T L is equal to A, that is where del T L is equal to 4 pi upon k square 2L plus 1 sin square del L is equal to, it is our scattering cross section of the LF partial wave. Thank you.